Hello, good afternoon, morning, depending on where are you. Today's amazing call where we will have the top leaders in really in the world of the company. And let me just to introduce myself. My name is Miriam Martin, and it is truly an honor for me to make this presentation surrounded by the great leaders that I'm going to introduce you. I am Spanish, and you can see I have been with Nu Skin for 12 years already, and I am Blue Diamond. And this is the best, what I always say is this is the best opportunity I have ever been presented with in my life, the professional opportunity, because really the day this opportunity was shared with me, my friend, who you are going to meet already now, I was literally like given the key of freedom. So this is what we're going to talk. This is the amazing opportunity in India, and we will have the top leaders in mainly expert in developing different markets. So let me share. Yes, so here we are. And let's go with the first person we have here. She's Eileen Williams. She's just amazing woman. She's one of the people who knows most about the company, and a true pioneer in opening several markets, including Japan. She already has the biggest and faster growing teams in LATAM, USA. She's Teen Elite for Star Platinum. For new people, you will know what this, but this is the biggest qualification you can have here. And she has been 35 years in business and 18 as Teen Elite, and she has been named as a Woman Entrepreneur of the Year. She's just, please have pen and paper, because you can imagine what this woman can show with you about the company. So thank you, Eileen, for being here. Thank you for your time, and just this is yours.
Well, thank you, Miriam. And I love being with this group. I love being with this team. Thank you so much for having me. I'm here in my home in Utah today, but I actually am originally from California. And I found out about Nu Skin 35 years ago when I was a young mother. I came from the business world. I was head of human resources for technology companies in San Diego. And I wanted to find a way I could have a business and also be a good mom. That was really my goal. 35 years ago, I found out about Nu Skin. Their name at that time was Nu Skin International, but they were just in the United States. Something about the name told me that they had vision for the future. They had vision to grow internationally. That really appealed to me because I love people. I love different cultures. I love all of it. I love travel. I thought this would be incredible. It took me a little bit to succeed. My first country that I got to help open was Japan, and that was incredible. That was before technology. It was before we had this type of opportunity with Zoom and the ability to connect. So you had to travel there. I went there twice. I was able to build a network in Japan, and it showed me that this business was quite unique. I didn't need to speak any other languages but English. I'm not talented like Miriam is, where she has multiple languages that she can speak. But it was amazing because it really was about finding people, connecting people, finding people that knew other people and that liked the mission and liked what we were doing. I was able to also participate in opening up several countries, a lot of countries in Latin America. It's really, truly been a blessing. But what I can tell you about Nu Skin is they are an amazing, amazing company. Back when I started, they were just in skincare. care, but their philosophy was all of the good and none of the bad. And that spoke to me because I knew that out there in the marketplace, there were a lot of products with bad ingredients, things that were actually harmful to your skin. And Nu Skin's philosophy was to come up with a product that only had the good. And that was incredible. It set us apart. And they also decided to market these products through people, not through retail outlets. And so that was quite unique as well. So we basically have the ability to build our own distribution network. What I really liked the most was that nobody told me how big my goals could be, how large I could grow this. And I really liked that. I wanted to be the one to determine how much and how big my organization would be. And that's really, truly been a blessing. And seeing as we wrap around the world, it's just been incredible. In 1998, the company actually bought another company called Pharmanex. That company was a nutritional company out, and they had products actually sold in retail stores. Nu Skin saw that Pharmanex was a different company in the nutrition space, and they bought that company. And with that acquisition, they brought in-house all of the science that's around Pharmanex. Now, Pharmanex adds to the Nu Skin story because we have now become a fully integrated beauty and health company, which is quite unique. And the nutritional products that we have are completely different because they're validated by real science. And then in 2003, they launched a technology which was called the biophotonic scanner. And it was the first of its kind ever to be able to measure in your skin carotenoid levels, which basically tells you how strong your immune system is. And that's a really, really big deal. So I think right now we're actually at the perfect storm. And if you have a connection with India, you are sitting at a point in time that like we've never seen before. India will be the largest market that we ever open, and it's ready for Nu Skin for a number of reasons, because the population is so large, but also the middle class is emerging and growing. And what I really like about it is the demographics of India. So many, over 60% are 30 and under, and which gives us an incredible pool of people to talk to that are most likely highly motivated and interested in creating a business on their own that they can have online, that they can determine how much they want to achieve. So we're at a perfect position. November 1, we are opening India, and it is incredible to be sitting here talking right now, less than 45 days from that date, hearing about this business right now. You have no idea how lucky you are. I've opened many countries around the world, and to find out about the opening before the opening is a once in a lifetime opportunity. It is incredible. And so what I wanted to share with you is that the India business will be unique. It'll be unique in that the only people that can grow the Indian market are going to be people from India. And once we open in November 1, we will start building a network within India. But to bridge into India, the only people that can do that are people of Indian descent. And so if you are that, or if you know someone like that, I consider them having the golden ticket. Literally, they're at a position that we've never seen before. The company's never done this before. And literally those people have this unique advantage because we can show you today how to build this business here in the open market. And we can show you then how to build the business in India starting November 1. We are at an incredible, incredible point in time. I've never been more excited. At the same time we are launching India, we are also launching the next version of the scanner. So in 2003, I mentioned Nu Skin launched this biophotonic scanner. There's been 3 versions of that. Now now we're going to have a version called the Prism, which is going to be the size of a hockey puck and completely portable. And we're going to be able to measure and show people in 15 seconds the status of their immune system. It is huge because health is becoming a more and more important topic within the country of India. I just look at this market as probably the most excited I've ever been. I think that it's a market that's ready for us. It's a market that is going to appreciate who Nu Skin is as a company, because I want to mention the people that I've met from India. It's the most beautiful culture, so kind, so grounded, so amazing, and so in alignment with who Nu Skin is. Because when Nu Skin started, they also started a charitable foundation within the company called the Force for Good. And the Force for Good Foundation has created ways to help people that are less fortunate, like building schools, orphanages, unbelievable things around the world. And I can't wait to see what they do in India, because I know there's a lot of projects in India, and I know that that speaks to a lot of people from India. They want to know how we're going to help people. And so I thank you for having me. It's it's the most incredible time I've ever seen. 35 years in the business. I feel like I'm just starting. I feel like I'm brand new. I feel like I'm more energized now than I've ever been. I hope you see this for what it is. I hope you participate. I hope you see the once in a lifetime opportunity that this could be for you. And I don't believe that this type of opportunity just comes around every day. We're less than 45 days away from opening. I hope you join us. We're here to help. We can help anything in this business you need to know, you can learn. With that, I'm going to turn it back over to Miriam.
Okay, thank you, Eileen. Thank you very much for this. So always I hear Eileen, I want to start the business again. So this is really very, very, very nice. So let me introduce you next speaker. He's Blas Pezzotti. He's from Dominican Republic, but he's living in Spain since I don't know wherever, how many years. Thank you, Blas, because we know you are already at the success trip of Spain or of Europe. So people is waiting for him, but he's just amazing. He has been in the business for 12 years. He's a diamond director. He's a marketing expert with an MBA, and he's an entrepreneur in tech industry. And now I had had the opportunity to work with him many times because we collaborate a lot, and I really love him because he's very creative, very intelligent, very smart, and he's the best team player ever you have ever met. So thank you, Blas, because even in your trip you are here. So thank you. He's talking with us about the business model because he's very expert in that. So thank you, Blas. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. I'm so happy to be here. While I was listening to Eileen, I was also excited. It's amazing what we have in front of us. And my goal today is to explain to everyone that is taking a look to this business opportunity to understand the magnitude, the how big can this be, and that this is a big business. This is not a small business. You can enter like if it was small, because there's it's risk free, and you'll see that because I'm gonna explain that. But it's a huge business, and you can people are like Eileen was saying, if you're of Indian origin, you have a golden ticket, and I cannot say that because I'm not of Indian origin. I can participate through people of India. But if you're Indian, you are really lucky. And if you are watching this, you are even more lucky. So let me share. I prepared a small presentation because I want to make a point. Before I start with my presentation, I want to say that I want to tell my story. My story is similar to other stories, and maybe you can link my story or part of my story with your story. So as Miriam was saying, and thank you, Miriam and Sandra, for organizing this. I love you, girls. As Miriam was saying, I'm from the Dominican Republic. I've been in Spain 25 years. I came to do a master's, an MBA, and I stayed. I love Spain. I love this country. And while I was doing my MBA, I had to work. So I started working in a tech company, a publicly traded American company. Then I jumped to a Taiwanese publicly traded company also, both very big companies. And in those two companies, I stayed 12 years. 12 years that it seemed for me like it was like 30 years because it was nonstop. It's true that I had a very nice career, and going through all the parts of the ladder. And I started as a sales guy, and at the end, I was managing around $250 million a year with a team, and it was exhausting. It was exhausting. It was nice. I'm so grateful I did that journey, but it was not for me, not anymore. Things happened to me in my life. My dad passed away. My daughter was born, and I had from the outside, it looked a successful career in the tech industry. But to be honest, it was not for me. I didn't have any time. I'm Dominican. I know that you need time to enjoy life. So, it was not like an immediate decision, but I started thinking of having a great life. And for me, and back then, I came with this simple idea of how to have a great life. And the first thing is that you need help. You need health. And I couldn't have a healthy lifestyle because I was working all the time. I was working 12 hours, 14 hours, 16 hours a day. And so no time for the gym, no time for me. And that was not a cool thing because we all need to be healthy to enjoy life. The second thing, and very important, is to have time flexibility. So you can be healthy, but if you don't have time, and you can have money even, but if you don't have time to enjoy it with the people you love, that then it doesn't make any sense. At least it doesn't make any sense for me. And if you're healthy and you have time flexibility, you will need money to enjoy that. So for me, these are the three like ingredients for a great life: to be healthy, to have time, and to have money to enjoy that life, right? And then the fourth ingredient is human interaction. So I let me tell you, and let me advance you that I found all these ingredients in this business, and I'll explain why. So when I was an employee, and this I'm going to explain how this business is such an interesting business and a big business with this quadrant of Robert Kiyosaki, which is a financial educator. He wrote a book that is really famous. It's called Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and he has this book that is called the Cash Flow Quadrant, and he explains it how you can earn money in a very simple way, but how money is related with time. And you can be an employee and you can be a very successful employee, but at the end you're trading time for money. And let me tell you, those high paid jobs, they're unique. They're just a few of them. Now, you can also be a self-employed and you can do that small jump, and you will have more time flexibility. You can have more time freedom. But again, you have to work to earn the money. So you're in that loop, in that trap, let's say, of exchanging time for money. Then you can jump into this business owner part. And this is where you create a business. It can be medium. If it's very small, you're still self-employed. But if it's a medium and you are working on systems and you make it bigger and the business doesn't needs you, then you're a business owner and the business works for you. And then the best part of the quadrant or the best quadrant is the investor. But for that, you need the monies. Okay. So we can say that there are like two sides on these quadrants. The left side is active income. You need to be active to get that income. Okay, and you know, for in some markets it's a little bit more secure. Every day it's less secure to have a job, but it's more secure. Someone is taking care of the hard stuff, and you're putting your time and you're getting your money. So it's more focused on stability. The other side, the right side, where you're the business owner or an investor, is passive income. Now the money is working for you. And this is what we can offer with this business opportunity. And again, if you're Indian, you can grow this because India is huge, as you can know. And the beauty market is huge, the wellness market is huge, and also the gig economy is huge. So we have a solution to all those demands. So now here's the thing: if we looked closely to the right side of the quadrant, there's one little thing that is not good in the traditional business. It's high risk. And high risk, this is one of the reasons people don't do businesses, because you risk your money, you risk. Some people risk everything they have, and possibilities of becoming successful in a business is not really high. But you know, it's a way, and it's if it goes well, it's great. But the risk is high. Now, with what we are offering, partnering with Newskin, the risk disappears completely. Some people will say, yeah, but you risk your time. Yeah, of course. But this is the only thing you're risking. But the upside can be enormous, but you're not risking money. And this is really, really important. And a lot of people want to start a business, and the stopper is the investment. And here, you know, you just try some products and you can start your business right away. You can start making commissions day one. And the good thing is that it's simple. It's simple because all the complex part, Newskin is taking care of it. And for the Indian people, Newskin is doing the webs, they're doing the logistics, they're taking care of the certifications, they're taking care of the permits, they're taking care of the laws, they're taking care of everything. And you can operate your business in the full India. And for you, it's going to be simple. It's not easy. You have to work, of course, but it's simple. And this is the good thing, because the company takes care of one part, which is the big part of the investment and everything, and we put the other part which is leadership. And we do it through a platform. This is a digital business. It's really similar to a franchising. It's online. You have your team, you have your customers, and then you help other people create this. And in the case of India, we're partnering with Infosys for this technology. This is, as Aileen was saying, we've opened more than 40 plus countries. This is not our first time, but in India, we're doing it very well. And to finish, let me tell you, there are two keywords for this business that I would love you to take away. And the first one is leverage. As I said, you leverage on the company, you leverage on very efficient and premium products, you leverage on the logistics and everything. And with that, you can scale a business. And to scale businesses is really hard, and also it's very expensive. You need to invest a lot. And now with this offer, this proposal, this business proposal of Newskin, we have it on one click in our phones. Thank you very much. I'm passing again the word to Miriam. Thank you, guys. It was awesome to participate here.
Thank you, Blas. Thank you very much. So next speaker, I'm going to introduce you, Joanna Stachnik. She has been in the business for 13 years, 8 years as Teen Elite. She was named as Entrepreneur of the Year 2019. And Joanna, she's originally from Argentina and has been living in Miami over 20 years. She was introduced the opportunity when the company just was opening in Argentina, and today she has built a huge business and leads one of the biggest growing teams, even in Argentina and even in Spain already. So I'm very lucky because I work with her very close. It's like my upline, and she has the gift of inspiring from the heart and transforming yourself a belief just speaking to you. So she's the best person to talk with you about the financial, because many people says, how can you earn so many money with this business? And she really is the right person to make you to believe and to understand this. So thank you, Joanna. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Hi guys, how are you? I'm so excited to be here. This is me, Joanna. The version that you see today just has nothing to do with the version that I was 13 years ago. To let you know, I come from the corporate world. I always saw myself as a big
Yoya, ¿tienes problemas tú
woman,
con la
and the
conexión?
corporate was
Eres tú porque a
okay.
ti hablas, ¿no? Y a ti se te corta.
A ver, déjame ver si puedo, a ver si hay otra. Ok. ¿Está mejor ahí? ¿Se escucha mejor? A
Sí.
ver. Ok. ¿Mejor ahí? Okay. So I hope this works. So there's a rain coming. So we're in Miami, you know, we have rains every single time. But I was telling you that I come from the corporate world and I always saw myself leading something. I didn't know what, but I saw myself as a businesswoman. The thing is that I came to Miami when I got married. Very soon as I got married, we went to Miami. I started having kids. So part of my business part was like shut down. And it was okay because at that time I decided to become a stay mom with my kids because it's not easy. I think that most of you are immigrants. As immigrants, we don't have family. We have friends that we love them, but our friends are struggling as we are. So sometimes you just need to focus on things that perhaps in your own country you wouldn't. So at that time, I decided to focus on my family. But my husband, we came here because of my husband, and unfortunately, he works in the financial world. But in 2009, you know what happened? Everything collapsed. And in 2011, he told me that we had to go back to Argentina. You know, as immigrants feels, we had to leave Argentina because of economic situation. And at that
Te vas,
time,
Yoya. Te vas, Yoya, no se te oye. Se corta.
Remember myself like thinking inside, like history is yeah, I'm sorry. Let me see if I can do it on the phone. A ver, espérate. Me meto por el teléfono. A ver. A ver, give me a second. Start. Let me see.
Recording in progress.
Take the host. Wait, I'm gonna wait. Leave. Now much better. I'm on the phone with a yes.
Much better, yeah.
Okay, got it. So as I was saying, I will try to make it this fast. I've started in the business and I'm gonna talk to you immigrant to immigrant. It's not easy when you leave your country to go back to your country, right? But when I saw that through the opportunity, I was able to help my friends, my family, then everything changed. Instead of becoming like sorry of leaving outside the Argentina, I was happy that I could give something back, because although I had to leave, Argentina is my country and all my families and friends are over there. So yes, it was not easy for me to start something that it was out of my comfort zone. If I didn't have, I mean, at that time I didn't have a lot of vision, but I felt like an opportunity. And something happens when you become a pioneer. It's special. It's not easy, but it's special because you have to believe in what you're doing. You have to believe that eventually this will be huge. You have to believe that what you're giving to your country is a new way of having freedom of money, freedom of time, like Blas already told us. So yes, it was not easy, but actually I had the feeling that this was a big opportunity. I remember talking to everybody. Most of the people said, "What are you talking about? Never heard of that before." And I said, I said to myself and to those people, it's like, yes, that's why. That's why you have the opportunity. Because guys, Nu Skin is gonna thrive with you or without you. But the place you are right now, where you are right now, you won't get a second chance. India is going to open one time. And you are, I mean, the one that has the chance to be part of that. I've talked to many people. Not all of them said yes. But right now, when they see my life and they see what they left because they just didn't understand or thought that it was like, I don't know who Nu Skin was, people sometimes are, I don't know. No, I want to stay where I am because I'm in the place, I'm comfortable right now. You know something? Now they're reaching back to me and saying, Joanna, oh my God, your life. So yes, I'm talking to you. I know there are going to be moments of a lot of doubts, moments where people will ask you, what are you doing? But I've decided to believe in the company. I've decided to only hear the voice of my uplines. Your uplines are your family. You need to know that. It's very important for you to know and understand that this is not just a company or their co-workers. They're the people that are going to stand by you in every time of you need them. They're going to cheer for you when you need them, and they will cheer for you when you don't even need it. But we are going to be there for you. And why I do believe that you are in a unique opportunity is because I was there 13 years ago. And I see myself and I see to the person I've become. I see what I've made with my life, with my family, with the freedom and the income that I receive. And it just blows my mind. Because I want to make this clear. You're going to start and you're going to show the product and you're going to invite people to the business. And there is something that blew my mind when I began the business. It was just making some numbers. And it's something about duplication, the magic of when we duplicate. When duplicate everything, duplication is magic. If you talk to 5 people, you have 5 people that are in your business, and they actually do what you did, talking to 5, then you become to have 25 members in your team. Suppose that those 25 people, which you only reach 5, they duplicate again. And now they talk to 5 more people. So now your team becomes of 125 members. Those people do the same as you did. Talk to 5 more people. Now we're talking about 625 people on your team. Those people to talk to 5 people. We're talking about 3,125 people. And those 125 people, 15,625 people, and you only have 5
reps in your team. That's the magic of what we do. Remember, Nuskin pays you 5% until the 6th level. That means that, and I love possibilities. Let's talk about huge possibilities. Then you can decide through that where you want to go. Those 15,000 people make 3,000 points a month. That becomes 46,875,000 points a month. 5% of that. Do the math. And this is just the beginning. We're just scratching the surface. India is going to open with you or without you. But the opportunity, I believe me, you are blessed, and I felt so blessed of becoming a pioneer in a country where I knew that Nuskin was going to stay forever and thrive through Latin America. You have the same opportunity. But it's all up to you, because this is going to work. So what I'm going to tell you is go for it. Do it. Don't hesitate. It's okay to feel afraid. It's okay if you don't know. It's okay. But trust in Nuskin. Trust in this team. Trust in your guts. Trust in your vision. Because what's going to happen in your life, it's going to rock your world. Believe me, I've been a pioneer and I know what we go through. But that's what I love about being a pioneer. We go through a lot, but then we have a lot. So go do it. Don't hesitate. Believe in you, believe in your vision, and believe in this team and in the company. You won't regret it.
I told you how she is. So thank you, Joanna. Thank you very much. So please, next speaker. So ladies and gentlemen, we have the honor of having here Scott Bennett, who has been the youngest teen elite in the history of Nu Skin. So I think you were like 22 years old, something like that, Scott. He has been in the business for 23 years, 21 years as teen elite. And he's going to talk with us about the PRIMS IO, which is the science and the most disruptive innovation that I think Nu Skin ever have launched before. So he's American, and as I told you, his journey has been like meteoric. And today he's a key pillar on the company, having participated directly with the company in the developing and launching of the most innovative product of the company, which is the scanner PRIMS IO. Even he is the responsible of training all the people of the teams in America about this technology. So thank you very much, Scott, for being here. I know you are very busy traveling all the time, so thank you very much for your time. So thank you.
No, I appreciate the introduction. I appreciate the opportunity to be on here with everybody, and to hear from these amazing speakers with Eileen and Blas and Joanna and others that will follow me, to talk about the future of the company, how we're launching in India. I'm going to dive in really specifically on Prism and why is this technology so amazing and what does it do, from a business perspective, if you will. So I kind of lean towards the business side. I currently live in Las Vegas, Nevada. I've got 6 kids and my wife, and we've lived here now for 16 years. It's a phenomenal place, but ultimately, what it really comes down to is people look at nutritional supplementation and people all over the world are consuming nutritional supplementation on a regular basis. Some of the amazing stats that go into that is that in the United States, there's $60 billion that are spent annually as of last year on supplementation. 3 out of every 4 adults say they consume a supplement on a regular basis. Globally, that number is 485 billion. And so it's a global phenomenon where people realize they need to take a supplement. They're not getting it from their diet. But then conversely, what they're looking at is even though they're spending all of that money on supplementation, they truly have no idea if it's working. And you don't know if it's working for you. You don't know if it's being absorbed in your body. And that's where Prism IO steps in. And so having this little technology right here, in 15 seconds, I could tell you, or you could find out whether or not the supplements you are currently taking are being absorbed by the cells of your body. And that it really comes down to, it has a lot of clinical data behind it. In fact, there's over 110 published peer-reviewed clinicals that prove that it's more accurate and reliable than blood serum testing. But what it really comes down to, one of those clinicals was a 10-year clinical done by Yale University, and they published that number one, it was the best way to measure fruit and vegetable intake in the human body. And then secondly, they said it was the best way to affect behavioral change. And you look at that and you look at those little things. Why is that important? Why does that matter? Number one, we're measuring the base of your immune system, the lowest common denominator. But number two, you look at it and say, okay, well, if you have to consume antioxidants and the only way to get them is 1, through fruit and vegetable intake, and 2, through vitamin supplementation, shouldn't you know if that's working for you? Shouldn't you know if that health is there and that the health of your immune system is high? And the answer is you deserve to know. You deserve to know whether or not the money you're spending on something is actually working for you. And this device allows you to do that. It's clinically proven, totally valid, but it allows you to show somebody exactly where they sit and then guarantee that if they try our product, that their score will increase or they'll get 100% of their money back. And so it puts us in such a unique position. And really simply from a business standpoint, really what it comes down to is from a business standpoint, you've got to look at it and you say, if I were to scan somebody and then they could decide to become a customer or a distributor with the company or a brand affiliate if they wanted to, but they would start on the product, and by rescanning them, I can show them that their score increases. And this is guys, this is really easy to understand from a business numbers perspective. The average nutritional supplement company that's out there globally has a 5 to 10% retention rate of people on their product year after year. And if you think about it, it's because we don't know if it works. And so we believe somebody on social media and we try their product and we try it for, a few months. And then our neighbor or our best friend talks to us and tells us what they're doing. And so then we try what they're doing for a few months. And then we find something else and we try that for a few months. And it kind of goes step by step by step and just goes along that process. We know if we scan somebody right now one time and they get on our product, we retain that customer at 20% year over year just by scanning them one time. That's 2 to 4 times better retention than anyone else in the market. Then you look at it and say, but if I can rescan that person at that 6 to 8 week mark, about 60 days in, then and they show that score goes up. At that point, we retain that customer at 44% year over year. And if we are able to scan them 2 more times over the course of the year, that retention rate goes up to 58% year over year. And so we know that the more you scan somebody, the higher that retention continues to go. And if you're a business person, if you're looking at this from a business perspective, that's a good thing. Like that's something that you want. You want to get a customer on a product, you want to put them on a subscription, and you want to be able to retain those customers over a long period of time. Well, what happens if they have one of these devices in their home and they're able to scan themselves on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis? If they're able to make it a competition or gamify it with their children. You know, for instance, what I've done is just between my kids, we just have a fun game where every Sunday I scan them, and whoever gets the highest score that week makes $5. And you know what that's done is that changes everything in the way in which they look at their supplements, at what they eat. It changes as a father, it changes the arguments at the dinner table of eating their vegetables because they want a higher score. They want the $5 at the end of the week. They want it, and it's just easy. It's easy to make that happen. But if you can't measure it, how do you do that? How do I change that behavior with my kids? It's very difficult, right? Now, from switching back to a business perspective, you start to look at it and you say, well, from a straight business perspective, you understand that that if we're able to increase that retention rate, but if we're able to put this in somebody's home, it just is logical to me that it will increase even higher, that retention rate of those customers will be even higher. Knowing right now that our average customer spends $154 a month on product, and knowing that we have the ability to get a large percent of our business on subscription, you know, so that it just continues to happen. For me personally, that number is 88% of my business in 30 countries around the world is on a subscription. It happens whether I'm communicating with them or not. And to me, that is real business. That's what I'm excited about. I feel like I can talk to anybody from any walk of life and show them that this is a legitimate business that has real customers that want to consume our product. They will do so on a regular basis, and that we can retain those customers at a high percentage year over year over year. And that is the most important thing when you're looking at a business. It does not matter what business you are coming from, what your background is. Your business is determined, the success of your business is determined by the amount of revenue it generates and by the retention of that revenue. That's it. It doesn't matter what business it is. Those are the only ways to grow your business. And I personally believe that Prism, you know, not only in India, not only in the United States, but globally, Prism will be able to change the way in which we look at nutritional supplementation. And I think we will be able to legitimize the world of supplementation, where people will realize that there is a way to know if their supplements are working for them in their body, and that we will be able to provide that service. So I'm incredibly excited about the future, about where we're headed, and I do believe it will be the biggest thing that happens in India as we launch India in November. So thank you for having me on today, and we appreciate you guys and your time and willingness to listen.
Thank you very much, Scott. Amazing the opportunity with the Prism.io. So let me introduce you next speaker that I cannot, you are not going to have her direct already, because as gynecologist, she has something urgent. She cannot be here already, but she has recorded for us a video explaining about the science. So, but she's my upline. She's the person who introduced me this business. She called me 13 years ago, telling Miriam, I had been investigating one company. This company can do what nobody can do regarding well aging, and you have to know this opportunity. You have to know how the product works, because the opportunity is amazing. So that day changed my life, and I am here after 13 years already. And I always will be so thankful with her for the opportunity that is something you can give to the people you love or the people you know, to present the gift of present this opportunity. So she's gynecologist. She's from Spain, but she has been working as gynecologist over 30 years. And she has this experience in hospital, and she's a professor of medicine in the University of Florida. And she has been developing the business for 13 years in New Skin, and an expert in epigenetics. And she's helping women to feel healthier, more confidence, and empowered throughout the science and the innovation. So I'm going to share with you the video. Sorry, let me show you the video. So here it is. Now I'm going to say, so is the specialty of gynecologists is always with something unexpected. So here it is. I hope you can see the screen. So
good afternoon, everybody. I hope that you are enjoying this presentation. First of all, I would like to thank for the opportunity to talk about a brand that I really love. But let me introduce myself. My name is Juana Montero. I'm Dr. Montero, a gynecologist originally from Spain, but I have been working here in the United States now for more than 12 years. And I knew this brand through my husband, who is a dermatologist, and someone wanted to do a demo with a new technology. But this was back 2013. So after this demo, in the half of my face, with a very small device, I was totally fascinated because of the results. But as a doctor, I know that everything that looks good or with good results is safe or healthy, so I started investigating. And I was very surprised to discover a company that was addressing the aging process as its origin. So in a cellular, genetic, and mainly epigenetic level. So that's why I was looking better, because I was inside, I was better, I was healthy. So what is this? The name of the brand is ageLOC. And what is ageLOC? ageLOC is a brand that was released in 2008 after a very rigorous process of research based on anti-aging gene expression. They discovered what they call youth gene clusters. And this is not just single genes, but clusters of genes that are the responsible or the one that is related to the aging process. So they also discovered that consuming or applying certain ingredients, these ingredients start on this cluster and then can modify the one that this gene are expressing. So that's why we can look, feel, and age better. They maintain us more youthful at a cellular level. They don't address just the symptom of the aging, but also the root causing the aging. So you not only look younger, but in fact, you are younger. And how is this possible? Okay, so this is possible because of three main elements. First, innovation. So they understood the aging in a new and revolutionary way. Also, they understand the aging like a whole thing in a holistic way. And that's why they develop a skincare product and beauty device that can add from the outside to inside, and also nutritional supplements that add from the inside to the outside. And the third element, and for me the most important, and what really makes the difference, this company related to the other that are in the market, is that they have more than 75 in-house scientific. So, do you know any skin product or any nutritional supplements that are backed up with clinical studies? They did it. How they did? So they developed a rigorous quality process that they call 6S. So first, selection. So they're looking for ingredients with enough quality and safety. Second, source. They were looking for source that can provide ingredients in the enough availability, enough concentration, and good quality. Third, specification. They took the best part of each ingredient for standardization. So they made sure that they deliver constant quality through a consistent amount of ingredients. This means best quality with best doses, the best results. For safety, they conduct extensive safety tests in all their products and 6 clinical studies. So after all this process, all the products are backed up with clinical studies that ensure safety and also effectivity in an epigenetic level. So this is a brief summary of a very big brand. Okay? So thank you so much, and I hope that you have enjoyed the presentation. Thank you, and have a good afternoon.
Okay, thank you very much, Juana. As you can see, the opportunity we have already in India with this kind of company we're talking about is amazing. So let me introduce you our last speaker. She's just amazing. Let me show you. She is Sofia Rouget. She's the most optimist person I have ever met. So her enthusiasm and she's, when you are with her, you really feel that everything are possible. This is sure the why she has so a huge team. She has been team lead for 12 years. She has been in Newskin for 12 years. It's around 9 years team lead. She's team lead for a Star Platinum, and she's building a huge international teams with leaders. And for example, she has the biggest millennial team in the world, which is a super niche, I think, in India, that millennial people expanding the brand. So I think the way the way how she is why she has so amazing results, because she believes so much in people in the team. She has so different kind of people in the team, but always leading and training people. So thank you, Poppy, for being here. Yes, I think you're here.
Yes, here I am.
Okay, thank you
Thank
very
you,
much for
Miriam.
your time, and introduce yourself if you want.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. And I love being here. And thank you to all the speakers, because I have to be honest, every time I'm listening to speakers, to people doing things and achieving things, big things, I want to start again the business. I want to go into a new brand affiliate ID and start again. Well, to make a long story short, I am 52 years old. I studied business. I have a business degree. I was a marketing manager in Argentina. And the same way many speakers here, it happened to me as well, that I was working like a workaholic because I love working. I am very passionate. And I would be getting into my office at 8 and going back home at 9 or 10 p.m. So I realized I had this vision. I always say I have a big vision of everything, but I have a big vision of becoming a mother and not seeing my children. So that vision was very bad. I wanted to be like a super successful woman and in the world working, but I was going to be completely absent at home. So I decided to get out of the big company. I moved to London with my husband. We've been together already 33 years. And with this vision of becoming a mom, I started studying fashion. I worked in fashion. I started my business in fashion. And I had this vision of becoming a super, super businesswoman and a super present mother. So everything was going amazing until I discovered that I had to start traveling to expand my business. And that's the point where I said, no way, I'm not giving up my babies. I already have 2 babies and a 3rd one coming. So I decided I would stay in a small, medium business size. My husband was doing well. He's been doing private banking for many years. And I love my babies. But I knew that there was a way of going big. It was e-commerce. And I also knew that there were trends that would be always growing and growing and growing, which is wellness skincare. So I've been looking for a skincare and wellness e-commerce business for, I would say, 9 years. And 12 years ago, I was sitting with my cup of coffee in a business presentation opportunity, and this was introduced to me. So I always say I was looking for this, and Nuskin was looking for me. No, probably the same way that someone found you, but you were also looking for this sort of opportunity. It's flexibility, it's wellness and skincare. It's with a #1 in the world with epigenetic science. That ageLOC that you've been listening to is absolutely outstanding. My skin changed in 5 minutes and I could have another vision now. I had this vision of having 400 Sophias in the world working from home. I am in my home now with my children. Today it's my eldest daughter's birthday, and I am here with you because it's only a little part of my day. But with many people working a little bit a day, we expand so fast. And with this huge company and amazing people in the company, which is very important for me and for my family, for my values, but in my back, helping me. I'm not an employee, I'm a partner. This is amazing, no? So when I saw the numbers, Joanna talked about this multiplication, duplication, and multiplication of people and products and clients and partners. So when I saw those numbers, I remember I got a paper and I wrote down, I want 400 people in the world, around the world, in my team. And now we are more than 4,000 people. So your big vision now is going to become something even bigger when you start doing the little things every single day. And this is the most important part. When I decided to grow big, I did what probably you are doing now. No, you have a huge opportunity. You have this golden ticket for India. I've been waiting to open India for 12 years because when I started, they said, and one day we will open India. So I've been waiting for this opportunity for 12 years. But now the ticket is all yours. It's for people from India. And I thought, I want to go and expand. I will stop telling myself excuses. No, well, today I'm busy. Today it's my daughter's birthday, or this year I'm too busy. So I took a decision. I always say it's always about an opportunity out there, but a decision inside. So I decided I was going to become the person who achieves this huge success with a team. So I need to get better exercising. I need to get better eating. I need to get better in my relations. I have to read. I started reading about gratitude, about everything that's about a successful person. So I started reading and eating healthy and training every single day. and talking to my children and to my husband nicely, edificating, no? Like Nu Skin culture, I brought the culture inside my house. And that's when I started becoming this even more optimistic person, more abundant, more grateful, and more loving. So if you take the opportunity and you work in yourself and you are there on the perfect place with the perfect product in the perfect moment, I can only tell you that you will be able to be an amazing person indoors in your house for your people, which is the most important thing. And then you will become an amazing person for your team, for your clients. So that's what I really do every single day. I always say, I love the products. I use every single product from the first day. I was not looking even the price because I thought with Nu Skin, I will get the money to pay each product, each gel, each supplement. So I took all the products in and started working very, very focused because I had little time a day. I only had 1 hour and a half or maybe 2 hours a day. That was it. So I got very focused in using the products, sharing the product opportunity for the people to look better, feel better, live better, and also share the business with every single people I would meet during the day. When I go to the supermarket, to school, to work, to my suppliers, to my clients, everywhere, I really became the person who's inside and outside conquering the world and helping the world with a purpose, no? Helping the world to look better, healthy, in a healthy way, in a simple way, using products from home. Everyone can buy this. I love that. Everyone can look better and feel better. And helping also the world to live better. So if you have a purpose in your life and you really want to become your best version from home, from your office, from wherever you are, from your career. My eldest daughter and my son, they have their own career and they do Nu Skin as a side business because they love the products, they were sharing the products, and they love what happened in our life. They saw our life make an upgrade in an amazing way, but in a loving way, and helping so much people change their life. So having all of this on the table, sharing the product, using the product and sharing the product, connecting to this platform, to our system every single day, even if it's only 10 minutes, 15 minutes, half an hour. If you do social media, India is like the huge opportunity in the world because there's so many millennials, so many people wanting to change their life, so many people supplementing. They believe in supplements and they look for the best supplements and they love social media. So even if you are not a social media person, I recommend you. I was not a social media person, but I started doing social media with a purpose, improving my life and improving millions of people's lives. So when you have a purpose, even doing social media after turning 40 years old, it's going to be easy because you have a loving purpose. So doing the product, the system, the social media, and working a lot on yourself, reading that book for development, for self-development, for growth, no? Reading the book, listening to a podcast, doing the coaching that you were looking for, and you were thinking, I should, well, do it. Now it's a moment. Now it's a moment to work on yourself and on the business. And share your products with your family because my parents are looking better and living better. My father is 81 and he's still playing golf and he's still number one, getting the medals, number one. So I love my family and I also love my Nu Skin family so, so much. And I always say, go to every single event. So congratulations for being here. Even if you're busy, even if you have your camera off, even if you're driving, even if you're walking to pick up kids or to the supermarket, or even if you're cooking, it's perfect. You are doing it. So stay focused, stay connected, and please take this opportunity to as many Indians in the world as you can reach, not as you know, as you can reach, because we all deserve to look and live better. We all deserve that. And this is a perfect company to help the world change. I am helping the whole world changing. So I hope to see you on social media. And very soon we will see you also down there in India, opening this market and doing so much noise. Make noise. You have to be noisy. Make noise. Like now, my children probably are listening to me. They must be freaking out like, oh, mom is on Zoom again. But it doesn't matter. They got the picture. And they are now working on their own Nu Skin business beside their university, their job, and their careers. So amazing. Thank you for inviting me here. I love you all, and I'll see you soon.
Thank you, Poppy. I love you. Well, amazing. So thank you very much. We will conclude this presentation here. I believe it has become very clear the enormous opportunity we have in India with a company we can truly, as you listen to Eileen, trust after 40 years of success, and a company with a innovate science innovation far ahead of the rest of the industry, and the ability to create a lifestyle and level of income that really I think it is very difficult to achieve in other way. And at the same time generating entrepreneurial opportunities in India, which is amazing, as Poppy said. So I congratulate you for dedicating your time to listen to an opportunity of this magnitude. And really, thank you for your time. I hope see you soon in India in the amazing opening the 1st of November. Thank you, all of you. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.